Hey, YouTubers, welcome again to another episode of Around the Clock, the Cryptonairz Ladies of Crypto, coming to you again live with daily crypto news, tips, and trends. What's hot in the crypto sphere, what's trendy, what's going on. We're here again for another show. We're here every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Thank you for joining us. And we hope that you will like, share, and subscribe. We still have a goal of reaching at least 1,000 subscribers before the end of the month. It can still happen with your help. So let's talk about what's going on. We're going to start off as we usually do with a look at the markets. See what is happening there. Everything the last time I looked, and we all know how quickly things can change in crypto. But last time I looked, everything was looking good. Looks like BTC is sitting at 46,604, up from where we checked it last night, up 3.6% for the 24-hour mark. Ethereum still sitting at over $3,000, but down by about 0.9% over the week. And ADA still maintaining, it is still there in the third position at $2.29, up 27% for the week and 7.2% for the 24-hour mark. We also noticed that XRP still maintaining its position in sixth place, still over $1 at $1.19. And Solana down just a little bit from where it was. It's at $73.16, up 75% for the week. So that's quite a nice gain. No complaints there. Markets are looking good. How you doing, Allie?
I'm doing well, thanks. How about you, Corey?
Pretty good. I was a little down today. I lost my brother about 2 years ago, and there are just some days, when you lose someone that you think about them a lot. And today was one of those days for me. But I'm always happy to be here sharing a subject that we're both passionate about. So that's cheering me up.
Good.
There was quite a lot of news, not a whole lot going on in regulation that wasn't good, but I did find the one article that I think is important to share.
Very.
So let's do that. At first glance, this one looks a little wonky. You would think it would be bad news. It says U.S. lawmakers urge the SEC and the CFTC to create joint working groups on crypto regulation. So you would think this is more of that, the hammer's coming down kind of news, but it actually was pretty good news. If we look into this a bit further, it seems that the Representative Patrick McHenry and Glenn Thompson sent a letter to the SEC Chairman Gary Gensler and to the CFTC Chairman Rostin Benham Monday regarding cryptocurrency. McHenry is a member of the House Financial Services Committee, and then Thompson is the ranking member of the House Committee on Agriculture. It seems that they have asked these authorities to work together because Gensler's made some very, very strong commentary on the fact that he feels that the SEC needs to basically be over every cryptocurrency regulation that comes along or wants to be the one taking the lead on this. And the CFTC chairman has said that he is overreaching. So these two representatives have asked that they start to work together. And they want to make sure, and I'm going to read this, the letter that they wrote to Gensler. Benham said, rather than regulate innovation and job creation out of the country, we should promote an active dialogue between regulators and market participants. An open and collaborative dialogue with all relevant agency stakeholders and market participants is critical. And that is literally like what we've been saying here on this show for like the last week we've been on the air, is like, if you're going to do this, you can't do this, without having a sit down with the people who are involved. You can't do this without having a fact-finding committee when most of the House of Representatives and the Senate, or especially the Senate, does not even know what cryptocurrency is. has no clue about the technology or any of it and is very new to all of this, and you want to make laws that are impacting people without talking to those people, it's absolutely, unheard of. So this is actually good news for us, even though it looks kind of weird at first glance. They're encouraging them to sit down and speak with the stakeholders and find out, how things should work in a collaborative effort and not to stifle innovation.
I think that the most important part of this, the part that you did focus on, is very important, but I like the end, specifically the last paragraph where the CFTC commissioner clarified, and they're just reminding, in this article, they're reminding everyone of this. The CFTC commissioner clarified earlier this month, just so we're all clear here, the SEC has no authority over pure commodities or their trading venues, whether those commodities are wheat, gold, oil, or crypto assets.
Yeah, so it
just
looks
a little
like
reminder, like, hey, that overreaching, let's work together instead of what you're doing now.
Yeah, just like slow down, Gensler. You basically, you are not the new sheriff in town there.
Yeah.
So really, really, really happy there that has come out, and that these representatives are asking for them to work together and work with the crypto community. Shout out to Sean Webster. Hey, we appreciate you being here. Thank you. So that was what the regulation news looked like today. Not a whole lot. Well, that was a big deal. That was a really big deal. So I'm definitely not going to downplay that one. Happy to see that article. Coinbase had a lot of news today. So let's take a look and see what they are doing in the space. One of the largest exchanges if not the largest exchange in the United States. So whenever they're doing something in the crypto space, we definitely need to pay attention. Perhaps a lot of people saw this article today. Coinbase builds a $4 billion cash pile to weather tighter regulation and crypto risk. The cryptocurrency exchange plans to use its cash to expand and prepare for higher compliance cost, the CFO says. So as you read further into this article, they talk about basically preparing. They raise that money. They want to be prepared for whatever contingencies come along, whether it be regulation, crypto winter, or, perhaps even future lawsuits. So I think this is very wise in terms of them protecting their assets and their agency. And kudos to them. But yes, in their first month, they have built first months as a public company. You guys remember when Coinbase went public, and we did speak on this show about my experience with buying that particular stock. They built a $4 billion cash stockpile. So they are ready for whatever regulatory scrutiny may come their way. I think they also mentioned in this article that they were preparing for any cyber attacks, as there have been a number of large hacks in the crypto space. Just pretty much whatever comes along, they want to be ready. So kudos to Coinbase.
Did you want to talk about their tweet, the CEO's tweet at the end of the day today?
No, we can do it right now. I will bring it up for you to speak on it. I'm going to share my screen. This also came from Brian Armstrong, who, if I'm not mistaken, is the CEO of Coinbase. So very interesting tweet.
Yeah, he tweeted about an hour ago that we recently received board approval to purchase over 500 million of crypto on our balance sheet to add to our existing holdings. And we will be investing 10% of all profit going forward in crypto. I expect this percentage to keep growing over time as the crypto economy matures. Hopefully, we can still operate more of our business in crypto. Today, it is still, hopefully over time, we can operate more of our business in crypto. Today, it is still a mix. So I think this is great news. Please pump all of our bags, Mr. Armstrong. I'm sure everyone was thrilled to see this tweet today. At the end of the day, it was great. I was excited about it.
For sure, it is a great omen for the future of crypto. Obviously, despite whatever's happening with regulation, Coinbase is preparing themselves on every level financially for whatever's coming down the pike, and recommitting with their commitment here of $500 million of crypto on their balance sheet. So they obviously believe that this is a asset class that's here to stay and that it's not going anywhere. So that's great news for all of us.
Yeah.
There was some more Binance news. Guys, I can't even say poor CZ because he's not poor by any means. I can't feel sorry for him. Let's just share. We got 2 articles on them today. But it seems like they continue to face pressure from the regulators, and a lot of, at least I think we mentioned this last night in an article that we shared about them. At least 3 or 4 countries, I think it was a Dutch country, Britain, Italy, have all come forward and said, they don't have permission to operate here. They're not regulated here. One of the ways they've tried to fix that is by hiring the former comptroller who quit after 3 months, who said basically that his vision and theirs just didn't mesh. Then they have also now hired another former government person to help them to get their compliance issues in order. But they still continue to face pressure. Part of it is because they seem to be very, I don't want to say the word slippery in their operations, but they seem to move around quite a lot. They can't really say and they don't release financial information. But Binance is pretty big. It's the biggest platform of its kind in the world, has trading volumes. In July, they were, the cost was at 455 million, although it is down from a month earlier because crypto markets have cooled a little bit. And I think that's also due to whatever's been going on with them getting into a lot of financial trouble. CZ is the person that we know as the head of Binance, who we did read some big news earlier. I think it was earlier this month that he stepped down as the CEO. It says Binance's corporate structure is opaque. Its holdings company is registered in the Cayman Islands, according to the British court documents and Malaysia's security watchdog. A Binance spokesperson has said the company is decentralized and that it works with a number of regulated entities around the world. So how true this is or not, it seems to be there seems to be kind of holes in this. Otherwise, they wouldn't be coming under the scrutiny that they are. And reportedly, according to this article, Binance is also under investigation by the U.S. Justice Department and the Internal Revenue Service. So I know that they're trying to fix this. I don't know if they're going to be able to fix this stuff fast enough. But yeah, they're still under investigation and still apparently have some questionable practices as it relates to their compliance in these countries.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see each country has their own version of Binance instead of like the multinational format that we see now. We already have Binance.us, but maybe they're going to have to do that for each market that they want to still maintain a presence in.
Yeah, maybe
everyone has different laws, rules.
Yeah, I agree. I think that might be something that they might want to consider, because it seems when you get too big to fail, regulators don't like you. And they start targeting you, Facebook. But hey, it is what it is. There's one other article that I wanted to share, and I've been hearing a complaint from some folks about what Binance has done as it relates to their funds. But apparently there's another lawsuit by crypto traders who want to get paid back after losing millions to Binance glitches. So there's a website, I think it might be a Reddit group, but they're traders, about 700 of them are teaming up to take legal action against Binance because their money has disappeared. Either they lost money because the app froze on them, and or they left their money on the exchange. And then when Binance went from Binance to Binance.us, they weren't able, their accounts were frozen and they weren't able to get back in. So, like, other than the warning that you may hear, especially if you are new to crypto, about not your crypto, not your keys, not your crypto, which we know if you've been in crypto for long enough, that's something that you'll hear over and over again. Just on GP, it is never a good idea to leave your crypto on an exchange. You want to have a cold storage wallet, whether that's an online wallet like Coinbase and or Crypto DeFi, which is a crypto wallet that crypto.com has, or get yourself a ledger or whatever, a Trezor, or some kind of wallet where you have control over your crypto. Because if you leave it on the exchange and something happens, then you're stuck. And there's a young lady that is the focus of this particular article. Let me show her picture again. There she is, Sable Martin. And that's what she did. She left her crypto since 2017. Apparently, she had been invested in Bitcoin. We know those were early days. So we're probably talking about quite a bit of money from 2017 till now in terms of the appreciation of the crypto that she had on the exchange. She left it there and thinking that the platform was very stable. And then, she went to sign back in. She did everything according to her that they instructed her to do when they changed their Binance to Binance.us. And then it said that she could not access her account. She contacted customer service and unfortunately was unable to get anybody. And we've all experienced that with Binance. Either you don't get anybody or it's a very, very slow response to you if you get anybody at all. And, basically her money's gone at this point in time. So she's a part of this $700 member lawsuit that these folks are doing. And they've even had to go because of the fact that Binance is international. They've had to get an international arbitrator. And it is, it's a long shot that these folks will get their money back.
They do talk about Liddy Capital in this article that's really their only shot. I first learned about them. Coach K is another, I don't want to call him an influencer, a content creator, a successful businessman in his own right with multiple companies, investment companies, and then he shares crypto content with people on Twitter and then on YouTube. He had shared a couple months back that he had been, I think he was just trying to let people know, even though this sucks, people getting scammed happens to the best of us. It had happened to him, and he shared his story of how he was scammed over $250,000.
Wow.
And he went public with this story. And then like a day or 2 days later after the story, Liddy Capital actually contacted him like, hey, we think that we can help you. And they actually ended up helping him. And so he's done a bunch of live videos. You can go back on his YouTube. And the amazing thing about Liddy Capital is they help people for free. They're not charging anyone for anything.
Wow.
Yeah. And they have their own token now as well. And it's more of an equity token. It is, so if you own tokens, you have equity in the company. It's not what we think of when we think of a traditional crypto token. But I think that they're a great company and people are going to find them very helpful moving forward. I don't think that people getting scammed is going away anytime soon. Unfortunately, it's just nice to know that there's actually people out there that know what they're doing. And there's no guarantee that they can help. Even with this case, there's no guarantee, but at least it's nice to know there is someone that potentially can help.
Now, would you consider this to be a scam, or do you feel like they're purposely scamming these people, or they just don't care, and they just got caught up in the in the technicalities of the changeover, or,
Well, in this particular situation, I mean, there was warning that you had to create a Binance US account, was there not?
yes, there was. And this young
So
lady,
maybe that's just getting caught up in life and
yeah.
not knowing that it happened.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's really unfortunate. I hope that she's able to recover something.
Yeah, I do too. When we were talking about regulation, and I think that a lot of us had in mind that these are the kinds of things that we would like to have some protections against. If your money is left on an exchange and something happens, there should be some recourse. Even if you don't get 100%, there should be some protections there. A lot of people said they had losses based on just the app freezing and not performing correctly. And then you think companies like, in all of these crypto companies, I mean, they literally make millions and sometimes billions of dollars, and they don't have adequate customer service. And that is something that I've never, I understand is highly technical, all of that, but there's a great, job opportunity for, getting and training some staff who can actually handle people's problems. And that's the thing with cryptocurrency. If you screw something up, you're almost on your own.
Yep. Yeah, you're pretty much on your own. Yeah.
If you're messing with any of these exchanges or trying to get, verified or just talk to a live person, there are very few of them. And I will say that probably the best customer service experience I've had with an exchange is probably Gate.io. I always get an immediate response. I hadn't had a lot of problems, but just, initially there was a bit of a learning curve or whatever. But I always got somebody to respond back to me and to try to resolve the problem. But that is definitely an exception to the rule. Even companies based here in the United States who should know better, but it seems like the model has been to not have any customer service, or if you do have customer service, it's just not accessible at all, and or not responsive. So yeah, if there are any laws or regulations coming down, I hope that they will they are to help these billion-dollar companies get some proper customer service so that we can avoid things like this.
I am thinking as you're talking, towards the end of the day, I saw someone tweet out that there is a man, I'm not sure where he's from, but he is suing the stock exchange for $1.7 million because he's lost money in AMC, and he's calling it, I don't have the tweet pulled up, so I'm not prepared. You really need to look it up. Just tweet or search like man suing New York Stock Exchange. He's calling it a oh my gosh, I can't think of it. Anyway, it's absolutely outrageous. And some of these people, their expectations, or I just don't know what they're thinking. If you lose money in the stock exchange, nothing is guaranteed. There's no one to blame but you. You made a bad trade. I don't know why these people are I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, why do you think you're entitled to get your money back?
Right.
You're not.
There's something
wild.
Obviously something to be said for personal responsibility, for sure. If you make a trade or you are dealing with stocks, crypto, there is inherent risk involved. And if that is due to your own personal responsibility, no problem. But if there's a technical issue, or somehow it's the app, or it is freezing and glitching and you're in the middle of a transaction and something happens to your funds, then that's not necessarily, that should be something that a responsibility taken on by the exchange. In the instance where you leave your money on the exchange and your money disappears, I feel like there should be some recourse. But, as adults, we talked about rewards, we talked about risk, and the balance between the two. If you make a choice, and whatever the consequences of your choice or your actions are, you have to deal. And there definitely needs to be some kind of middle ground here, And I do feel for these people,
Yeah,
who
for sure.
been invested since 2017 and now suddenly has no access to her funds. But let that be a lesson. Don't leave your money on exchanges, no matter how awesome you think they may be. Make sure you have a wallet into which you hold the private keys.
Yes.
So that is the Binance news. There's been another hack. This time it was a Japanese currency exchange. So this was not, who was the last hack? Oh, darn it. Why is that leaving my mind? We've talked about it 1,000 times. I
can't think of it either.
I think it was Polynex was one, and then Poly, the Matt.
Oh yeah, that huge one. How can we forget?
Oh my gosh, I just had a senior moment. It's okay. But more than $90 million in cryptocurrency was stolen after a top Japanese exchange is hacked. So here we go again with the Japanese cryptocurrency exchange is called Liquid. And they said some of their digital currency wallets were compromised. Elliptic, a blockchain analytics company, said about $97 million has been received by hackers, the second major crypto heist to take place in a little over a week. We can only hope that they get as lucky as the Polygon exchange or blockchain did and get some of this money back, or if not all of it. Maybe they should offer a reward and see whether or not the hacker will take it. But
I don't think they're getting their money back.
There. It says they tweeted, important notice, sorry to announce that Liquid Global warm wallets were compromised. We are moving assets into the cold wallet. We're currently investigating and will provide regular updates. In the meantime, deposits and withdrawals will be suspended. So yes, people are impacted here. Feeling bad for them, but yeah, wow. I mean, that's something again that you have no control over. And because this is a new asset class, they're developing technologies and improving security. But it's going to take some time. Yeah, so be aware. So I think the key to that is diversity. Never have like all of your money in one place. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I do in my advice. And we had an article last week about the family that sold everything for Bitcoin, that had all of his money spread over 4 continents so that it wasn't all concentrated in one place. And I just think that's just smart. So you might not have as much money as he does, but to protect what you do have, you may want to make sure that it is in your control, in your own wallet to which you have the keys, and that it's not all in one place just in case something happens. So my heart goes out to those who were impacted by this, and let's hope that it turns out as well as the one did with Polygon, where they somehow get the money back. So Vitalik Buterin today had a lot to say about Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg, in terms of saying, basically the article said that he said that they were doing crypto wrong. So quite a bold statement. It says Ethereum founder is skeptical of Dorsey and Zuckerberg's plan. It says that they might be making big plans in the cryptocurrency space, but Vitalik Buterin doesn't see them as likely to gain much traction. So you know what? I don't know if this is haterade, because he, in the past has expressed issue with anything that is not Ethereum, or, he really, really believes that they're making a mistake. But there's a video I'm going to attempt to share with you guys, so just hold tight. And Bloomberg did an interview with him. It's about 5 minutes long. We'll try to get through some, if not all of that. But I thought it was interesting, just basically him saying that, whatever they're doing crypto wrong. So They need to get on the Ethereum train, and that's basically where they need to be and what they need to be doing. So let's try to share this, shall we?
He's the engineer widely recognized as the inventor of Ethereum. Vitalik Buterin is also my guest on the latest edition of Bloomberg Studio 1.0. We spoke about the future of decentralized finance, the threat to legacy companies like Facebook and Twitter, and could we soon see the end of Ethereum mining? Take a listen as I ask for his thoughts on well-known crypto skeptics like Jamie Dimon and Warren Buffett, and more.
A lot of them have definitely been just wrong already, right? Like they expected even back in 2013 to 15, at least some of them, to see blockchains of cryptocurrency fail and go down to zero in price and just not get any more interest completely. And even today, they've already been far more successful than any of them expected. So I can see how people in traditional finance, or at least some of them, can be inclined to kind of not see the value of blockchain-based finance immediately. So there's a lot of people, even in traditional banks, that see the value that blockchains provide and have been trying to come up with things and work with them.
One of them is Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey recently announced Square is creating a new business focused on decentralized financial services based on Bitcoin, using Bitcoin. What have you learned about Jack Dorsey's plans? Does it seem like he's building something that sounds a lot like Ethereum?
I'm skeptical about these decentralized finance on top of Bitcoin type projects. So basically, because like the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? This is that on Ethereum there's like native functionality that allows you to essentially directly put either ETH or Ethereum-based assets into these smart contracts, into these lockboxes, where there's then like arbitrary conditions of any kinds that can then govern how those assets get released. Bitcoin does not have that functionality to the same extent. Like Jack is basically going to have to essentially create his own system that enforces those rules, and then on the Bitcoin layer, the Bitcoins will just have to be owned by probably a multi-sig wallet controlled by like either Jack or the participants in the system. It looks similar, but it'll end up being something with a much weaker trust model. Right, like I really think that like this is the whole reason why Ethereum started as an independent system in the first place, right? Like there's technical limits to your ability to kind of graft new functionality onto a system that's not powerful enough to support that new functionality.
Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg is also making some big moves behind the metaverse, and what do you make of them wading into this decentralized world? Could they replicate some of the same problems that we see in Facebook and Twitter today?
I think Mark is clearly trying to figure out what the next stage after the internet is, and actually get into it and create it. But before the rest of the world goes in some different direction, and Facebook is sort of left in the dust and becomes one of these kind of previous generation old world companies. So we've seen Facebook try to get into the crypto space with Libra, though. I mean, I think in the end, like Libra did end up being possibly the wrong approach, because like the problem that someone like Facebook has, right, is that a lot of people mistrust them, and so building their own platform, like I know they tried really hard to create something that's a consortium with all these different industry participants, but at the same, like even that was not enough, right? And there's just a huge amount of mistrust of them. But with the metaverse, I guess the thing that happens during the pandemic is that we've basically very quickly switched from a world where the physical world was people's kind of primary center of experience, and the internet was this new add-on, to a world where the internet really is the center of people's experiences. And so we basically are spending most of our time in a virtual world, and the question is just like, what level of quality does that virtual world have?
So Ethereum in 5 years and 10 years, where is it?
I mean, hopefully running the metaverse, but I guess we'll see how it goes.
You've got a lot of people out there, a lot of people who are trying to understand cryptocurrency.
Okay, I wanted to stop it at that point. So what do you think? Is this haterade from Vitalik, or is he making sense? You're muted. Unmute.
My dog was barking again earlier, so I had to mute it. I forgot. Yeah, I think he's making sense. How about you? I mean, we've discussed how we feel about Facebook, and the mistrust is 100% accurate. I don't have much of an opinion on the Jack Dorsey. Do you?
Yeah, I think that's probably still haterade. Is that portion of it? You know, he's done that before to other cryptocurrencies, and he's, you know, seems like an Ethereum maximalist. I mean, that's his baby, so I get it. But who's to say? I mean, they Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk, Mark Cuban, all these people who are involved with trying to make Bitcoin better, and their pockets are just as deep as his are, and they're spending, time, effort, and money on the Lightning network to address some of the issues with Bitcoin. So I don't think that, it seems like he's kind of making it sound like, yeah, it's just not going to happen. Ethereum is the one, but we don't know. We don't know where Ethereum is going to be 5 or 10 years from now, just like we don't know where Bitcoin is going to be. So I do agree with his comments on Facebook, making this effort into the metaverse to kind of save the brand. I don't know. Time will tell. And I also think he's kind of throwing out a little bit of shade at Diem, because the Diem it was called Libra, and then they rebranded it Diem, and they're still trying to launch that cryptocurrency. So we'll see how that works, because they still do have a lot of exposure. There's still a lot of folks on Facebook still has a large customer base. They would still have the means to market something like their new DM coin and possibly get investors involved. So we can't rule out that as a possibility, or the success of what that might be if the regulators don't bring down the hammer, because of all of the things we just outlined. So time will tell.
I think the youngest people it will be easy for them to adopt crypto on a normal basis. And I think those people, that demographic, has already left Facebook. They're no longer there. They don't like it. They don't use it. It's for their parents. It's for their grandparents. Yeah. And the parents and grandparents are going to be far more hesitant to adopt a cryptocurrency as a form of payment, especially when there's already trust issues on Facebook. I just think they have a lot of challenges ahead.
They do. So we'll keep an eye on that. But you heard it here from Vitalik himself. Speaking of the metaverse, let's see. There's a couple of articles here about a new builder. We have been talking about Solana a lot this week. And we also talked about how big of a mark that gaming tokens in particular have left. So it appears that Solana and Serum have teamed up with a next-gen metaverse economy. It's a game, Star Atlas.
We talked about it this week.
Yeah, is building a thriving, self-sustainable, player-owned gaming metaverse with fast, intuitive tools enabling humanity to reimagine its own future. So all this good news is obviously going to probably help the price of Solana a lot. And Serum has a token also. So it says every asset in the game is an NFT. The ships, the crews, the pets and components, the land, the structures, the clothing, and more. They will be bought and sold using Atlas, a token. So look for that to come out. That functions as the in-game transactional currency. Also, There's a governance token. Looks like it's called the Polis governance token. And this will be powered through the power of Solana and Serum for real world income generating opportunities. So this will be another play and get paid.
This game, the graphics are absolutely incredible. A lot of people that are heavily invested in Solana or excited about the ecosystem in general are very excited about it. But then I was watching Elio Trades the other day, and someone had asked him, and he does not care about this game at all. So I guess, yeah, he said he was not interested in it, playing it, or he just wasn't interested in it at all. I find the graphics look incredible. I don't play games. I won't play this game. I don't have the time for a game like this to build, because this is a big commitment. You have to build everything out. I don't have that kind of time right now in my life. If I did, yeah, I might get on there and try it out just to see what it's like. I think it's going to be a big success.
Well, the beauty of all of this is that blockchain has actually gotten us to a place where you can be paid to video game. It's pretty amazing. Who would have thought that? When a lot of people thought that the gamers were a generation of slackers, now they can actually claim their claim to fame and claim a paycheck as well with these games that they just spend hours playing anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what a wonderful world the blockchain has created. So check out the price of Solana, which we know has been rising, but Serum hasn't taken off so fast. I think it's still at a pretty good entry point. And the token that will be coming out, the gaming token, again, a lot of them make a big splash. And if you're in early, not financial advice, just what I have observed, you can stand to, make a profit. And if this game catches on, if it becomes as popular as something, say, like Axie Infinity, you can do worse for yourself. So do some research and see what's happening there. But they are, again, making a big play into the metaverse. And I don't know how many of you and I was half asleep, but I did hear Good Morning America was on, and they had Mark Zuckerberg on, speaking about looks like what his initial offering to the metaverse is going to be. Did you get a chance to see that with Gail and Tony, the two Tonys on Good Morning America?
I was at work. Actually, I take it back. I have seen this. Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought it was weird because, like, where's the rest of their body under the chair? Like, it just stops the picture. So I had laughed to myself when I was watching it.
Are they going to stand up and not have pants on? I don't think so. There was actually on Good Morning America, that's Mark's avatar there doing the talking. He did get up and go to the blackboard. He did have on pants. So I can vouch for the fact that he is not partially nude under the table. Can't speak for the rest of the avatars, but this is an actual VR remote work app that Facebook is launching. I believe it is called the Workspace. Let's see. This can be found on Oculus. It's a workroom app. And you can actually see, as you see there with them sitting around the table, like your whole team sitting around the table, you can draw on the blackboard. So, and this can be done obviously from anywhere in the world. And this is big news. It's pretty neat from what I saw. So there's a beta test of Facebook's Horizon Workroom app, and that is going to be their first foray into the metaverse. It is a work app that you can use using the Oculus 2 headset. So there's some more pictures there. You can see the room from above. Everybody gets to pick their avatar. You can draw on the whiteboard. There they are sitting in there around the table looking at the board. in a virtual way. And he says you actually feel as if you are in the room and in the workspace. So this is coming very soon. It's being beta tested and will be coming to an Oculus 2 near you. Get ready.
Mm-hmm. There it is again, just their torsos, just on the seat. Looks so funny.
Okay, wow. Let's move on from the metaverse into the NFT space. And this article just really stood out to me. And again, as we move forward, as NFTs have been, this is NFT summer, as they become a very, solid part of what the cryptocurrency and blockchain is, we are going to be looking at copyrights issues. So this article is by Mashable. It says NFT owners insist they're totally not owned by right-click savers. So there was an online battle raging between those spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on non-fungible tokens and the people that have been copy pasting them. So in this story, it basically tells the story of a CryptoPunk. Let me find a picture of this CryptoPunk. So this dude, Rookie XBT, paid $150,000 for this CryptoPunk. And somebody immediately tweeted him back a picture of the CryptoPunk that they had copy pasted and said, "Here's mine." Because it's a JPEG. So there was an ongoing, back and forth. So apparently whenever people spend like all this money on these profile pic NFTs, there's somebody who is right clicking, copying them and like sending them back saying, yeah, this is mine. And actually sometimes even using them as their Twitter profile pic. So I can imagine how upset somebody, paying that kind of money would be.
Yeah.
And then having the whole copy paste. So they're going to have to figure out a way that these, first of all, can't be copy pasted. And second of all, like you said, some kind of authentication.
Well, the NFT is the authentication. It's when you buy the NFT, what you're buying whatever is being offered in the NFT, whether that is an image, a JPEG, a video, music, whatever, even a house. I think we've had some real estate that has been sold via an NFT. I think that was in the news a month or so back. So you're buying that, and the metadata says a description of what you're buying. If it's art, basically the artist is signing like, yes, you own this. They've signed off on that. So people will continue to copy and paste it, trolling others just because they simply don't understand. I think it's going to keep happening.
Yeah, and I guess they're just going to continue to be annoyed no matter how much money they spend on a profile pic NFT. It is what it is.
I mean, and anyone can save it. You can save images off the internet now, but it's not the same thing. Like with stock photography, for example, you have to have the license to that to even use it. So when you buy, in the instance of PFP, so the profile pic NFTs, most of them, not all, but most of them are giving you the right to produce additional works with, you get the IP. You now have the intellectual property. You can do whatever you want with it. So you can create hats and sell them. You can create t-shirts and sell them. You can create a whole website devoted to your ape or your CryptoPunk or whatever you want to do with it. Some of these NFTs also give you the right to royalties. So you could get a portion of secondary sales. That's not as common. Usually it's the artist that's getting secondary sales, but excuse me, as the space continues to mature, I'm sure that different artists or groups, if it's a group of people, like one of the things I'm going to talk about in a little bit is a group of artists that came out with something today. They're going to continue to push the space forward and try out new things. Sure, not everything's going to work. Some of it might fail, but we're going to see a lot of new things being offered with NFTs. It's not just going to be a picture. And that's the part that I don't think that people understand. The copy paste guys, I don't think that they understand that part. So
in the meantime, I guess that's going to come along with the territory. So if you've been trolled by one of these copy paste people,
yeah,
probably best not to engage them.
There's always trolls. We know that. Twitter is full of them.
Any other NFT news?
Yes. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, my allergies are really bothering me today. We had, are you familiar with the project Untamed Elephant Crew?
It's called what?
Untamed Elephant Crew. Do you know that one?
Mm-mm.
Okay. It's just one of those PFP things, bunch of elephants. Well, there had actually been some warnings as I was researching this to talk about it. I stumbled across some tweets from like a week or so ago. I think it was August 8th, where someone was trying to warn people like, hey, there's some weird things going on with this project. So I'm not trying to create FUD, but just keep an eye on it. Make sure you're paying attention to what's happening. And then I guess the brother of the person whose project this is, this Untamed Elephant Crew, supposedly the brother passed away and he had been going through some stuff. So he just decided he was done with the entire project and said, yeah, I'm putting this up for sale. Social media accounts, the project itself, the Discord, everything. I want to be done with it, and everyone will be far better off when I'm out. So someone ended up buying it today, and they did make a statement. It's just really wild. The thing, like, I consider this a big deal, but things are moving so fast in NFTs that tomorrow people are going to forget about it already. It's the same with the Fame Lady Squad. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Fame Lady Squad. Similar type of thing. Then someone came in, they transferred the contract to Becky, the woman that took it over for the community. But in this instance, someone went and bought Untamed Elephant Crew. So I'm going to keep an eye on that and see what's going to be happening. But I think that they're up a little bit since this has happened today.
How's the artwork on that project? Is it nice?
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Like, I'm never going to crap on anyone's art because I cannot even draw a stick person. So to me, all art is good because I can't draw at all. It's okay. It's not horrible. I've definitely seen worse. It's already out, by the way.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
So it's up for minting like right now.
No. It's done. The minting's done.
Oh,
it's been out.
It's sold out.
I don't know if it had sold out. Maybe it did. I didn't look at that, but it's been out for a while. This project has been out for maybe a couple of weeks. And then the main dev is going through some stuff. He wanted out of the project. Supposedly his brother died and someone picked up the project. Now it's going to go in a new direction. They're actually having an AMA, I think, like right now. So yeah, I'll have to pop into that Discord after our stream and just see what was said, what they're talking about. Then today we also had a hotly anticipated project that of course it sold out. Oh gosh, now I need to find it. It was called like On One something. I'm in the wrong browser. Sorry about that.
No
This has to deal with anime. Did you see that project floating around at all today or no?
If it was anything like the Animetas, which
no.
I'm sorry I missed it if it was. Because that one, I'm so sorry that I didn't get into the Animetas project.
This one, I was in the Discord. They had an AMA the other night, and it was wild. There were thousands of people listening to this AMA. Like, it was crazy. And they had, I think they handed out POPs. That's like a proof of participation. So if you were on the call, you got like an NFT that's a POP, and people were even trying to buy those on OpenSea. And this project sold out really quickly today. I'm not surprised at all. I knew this thing was going to sell out. Then there was also
there's so many copies out there of successful projects, and
this is not a copy. It's really original. The one that I'm speaking about, the anime. I think some people in our Discord actually were participating in that sale, and they were trying to get some. What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
I said I hope they got them if they sold out.
Oh yeah, it sold out really quickly. Then there's Playing Arts. Have you heard about that?
No. Is
Okay.
that a fine arts project or?
No. Well, I mentioned earlier that we're going to see like maybe groups of artists come together and release something. That is the case in this project. It is called Playing Arts Crypto. Well, I'm talking about the crypto edition. Playing Arts, it's a deck of playing cards featuring works of 55 leading artists. These are graphic designers, 3D designers. The art is really, really, really good. This came out this afternoon. It is already, let me press refresh on this to see what the floor is, because OpenSea, it's just not updating automatically. It looks like the floor is already 0.2. And if you click on some of the cards, you can see what happens like when you click on them. But again, I'm seeing like huge accounts, crypto Twitter accounts saying, oh, I just scooped up like all the aces, just scooped up all of this, all of that. So if you don't pick this up quickly on secondary, I could see this being an ETH in like a week or two. They're really cool. And this is the type of project that is different. It's not been done before. And I can see something like this, a full set of all 52 cards going to auction at Christie's or Sotheby's or one of the other large auction houses, or even like with the Twitter NFTs, for instance, if the group banded to get like a set of the people banded together, like organized through the Discord, and they said, you know what, the 52 of us, we're going to go and we're going to try to find someone that'll do an auction for us. It would fetch huge money. Just the artists, it's really cool. Like I wish I had the having a little bit of a liquidity crisis in NFTs right now. So
I feel you, sister.
so I could not participate in this, but I may. Maybe I'll try to pick up something this evening. It has slowed down a little. It was really had some momentum behind the floor prices rising. At maybe like 2 or 3, I was watching it and I just couldn't believe how quickly it was moving up.
Well, make sure you drop the name of that in the chat in case anybody else is interested in
okay, yeah. I'm gonna put the link in right now.
There's one happening tomorrow. There's a lot of them happening tomorrow, but the one that I really like is called the Raccoon Secret Society, and mainly again because I like the artwork. So if nothing happened and it didn't go anywhere, I would not be mad because it's just cute. And I wouldn't mind, keeping it. And let me share this is their website. But that drop happens tomorrow, and it looks like it's at 6 p.m. It doesn't say if it's Eastern time or not. So I will there it is right there. So the pre-sale starts August 20th at 10 p.m. UTC, which I imagine is 6 p.m. Eastern time, but definitely verify that because I'm not really sure. Don't have that pulled up in terms of the time. But it does happen tomorrow, 10 p.m. UTC time. So whatever time you're in, Central, Standard, Mountain, Eastern, check out what time that's going to start for you. But you can see these guys are just cute. So that is happening tomorrow. And I plan on, trying to scoot one. I just think they're cute. And there's 10,000. And then there's an extra hand-drawn NFT for holders that they're going to also be giving away so it's called the Raccoon Secret Society.
Grant was wondering, he had asked if we talked about the Coinbase news. Yes, we did cover that earlier. If you're referring to the 500 million investment in crypto that they're going to put in their treasury, we talked about that. And then someone else, Grant is also messaging that Strong right now is in the top 10 gas guzzlers on Etherscan. And we know that we are some Strong Block fans over here, and they had some pretty big news come out today. Officially, their partnership was confirmed. So, Corey, would you like to let everyone know about that?
Yeah, I'm going to actually try to bring that up. There was a tweet by David Moss, the CEO of Strong. Basically, let me see if I can find the right David Moss. Of course, whenever you're looking for somebody.
I think it's Without a Rope is his.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. I found him. I'm going to share the screen in a minute when I pull up the actual tweet, but there was some big news about a partnership that's happening. So let me share my screen with you guys. And this is going to be big. We already love this particular blockchain and the coin that is associated with it. But it's here he tweets that he's honored. 8 hours ago, he tweeted he's honored to be working with Ox Polygon on a node launching and NFTs. So that is, the rumors are true. The next protocol for Strong is the Ox Polygon partnership. It says that the launch date is to be announced. So we know that it's coming. That's really, really great news for the Strong protocol. So, and we already know how strong Poly is, and we've seen that the price of that rise astronomically. Still waiting for it to get back to its all-time high, but at this point in time, it's still well over $1.
I am very excited about this. I cannot wait to hear what the rewards are going to be like. And let's just hope that this goes better than the other partnership that Strong Block has had. And I don't think that that's any fault of Strong. It's growing pains all around. But hopefully it comes out sooner as well. I think that we had to wait at least a month after that partnership was announced. We waited a month. So hopefully this partnership will, in the weekly video, he's got to do a weekly video. If he doesn't do a weekly video, he's definitely going to be in the Telegram on Saturday answering questions, because he's been really great about that lately. And I think that the community really appreciates the communication. I think that was, a company is going to make their own decisions, what's best for them to keep going, to keep the company going. We're not always going to like them. My biggest gripe was the lack of communication. So this is awesome. Hopefully we'll hear more about it either in the video on Friday or Saturday. More details, at least like, hey, this is going to be available on September 20th. We're going to launch these. You'll be able to get one. That's not the date. I'm just picking a random day. I just wanted to clarify that.
To be announced, but hey, well, let's hope it's sooner rather than later. But it looks like the price of Strong has risen on this news. It's currently sitting at 281.42, up 11.6%. So, as the details come forward and things get solidified, we can only speculate that the price will continue to rise. Let's hope so. Again, not financial advice, just personal opinion.
Yeah.
So, hooray for Strong. And hopefully that'll also, let's see what the Matic price is doing. If that is in any way doing anything for Matic. Currently at $1.43, up 4.9%. So, I'm certain again that as things get solidified, I'm wondering really about what kind of NFTs they'll be developing. Will they be NFTs like the gold, silver, platinum, and bronze ones that Strong launched for the nodes, or will they be other things? So all of that would be really interesting to
I do have some thoughts on that. I know that eventually they're going to pull off a number of NFTs from OpenSea. Not from OpenSea. Currently, you can buy the Strong Black NFTs to stake in your wallet. You can get them on the Strong website. And eventually there's going to be a cutoff date, and they're going to pull X amount off. And those are going to be reserved for those that choose to stake to earn. So some of the NFTs are getting pretty pricey, especially for someone that's just getting involved in the project or just getting involved in crypto at all. And I think it's awesome that they have thought of, not everyone comes from the same means. So we're going to give them the opportunity to stake their coins to earn an NFT. Perhaps it'll come into play there. I don't know. Polygon, you can also get those on OpenSea. So I have participated in multiple drops that were done with Polygon and on OpenSea. Like I can view them
for NFTs. You mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you can view them on OpenSea. You can also resell them on OpenSea, and they were done through Polygon. So again, it's the same as Solana. It's a fraction of so for the artist, or in this case for Strong, it would be a fraction of the price for them to mint more NFTs or whatever they're planning on doing with this partnership. It would cost them nothing compared to what it would cost if they would do the entire thing through the Ethereum network. It's going to be interesting to watch. Or are they going to, it has to be these NFTs. Like, this is all speculation. It has to be these NFTs that you're going to be able to earn, because I mean, they're not really in the market for any other type of NFT.
Well, anything that's going to help us with less gas as we're claiming Strong rewards, I'm all for it. So hopefully,
yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Or both. That would be an awesome situation for sure. But that's big news from Strong today. So just wow. And everybody's, in very, very happy, and obviously very happy with where the price of Strong is going behind this news.
Just imagine not having to wait. I mean, gas has been great today, but on like a more expensive day, imagine not having to wait until Sunday or wait until 3 o'clock in the morning because it's just too expensive to claim your rewards, or you want to set up a new node. Now you'll be able to do it whenever. I'm just really looking forward to more details.
For certain and for sure. And of course, we here at Around the Clock, Cryptonairz Ladies of Crypto, are going to keep you posted. You can believe that. Well, we've come to the end of another show. Just want to invite you to join us so you can interact with Allison and I daily in our Discord. You can join the Discord by going to cryptonairz.com and using the Cryptonairz coupon code SUMMER40 for 40% off any subscription level. Also, you can shop our new merch
store.
Yeah, there she goes. She got it. And I got a little mug. So yeah, I mean, we have some really cool stuff on there. You help support this channel and our Discord group by doing so. We would love to have you as part of our family. Come check us out. Again, lots of knowledge to be gained there. Lots of write-ups on coins that you may have heard about or may be curious to find more about. And tomorrow night, we're going to share more of our favorite coins with you. So we look forward to doing that. And until then, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe.
Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers.
All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow night.
Good night.
Peace out.